We have been sold the idea that building a business happens in 8-hour workdays. Mine happens in micro work. Never heard of it? Same, because I made it up. Mine happens while the coffee's brewing, before everyone wakes up, and after everyone goes to bed. It happens in the 20 minutes before I have to leave and the 45 minutes before dinner. People often ask me how I balance motherhood, school, a business, and my passions, and the truth is, I don't. I keep stealing little pieces of time wherever I can find them, and eventually, somehow, they become something successful. So I wondered, what if I actually counted them? 24 hours, one timer, and however long that takes. Because I don't have 8-hour workdays. I work in the margins. The margins that may have been small enough to overlook, but somehow they're where this entire business is being built. I thought I was making a productivity video, but I wasn't. I'm Caitlin, and I run Blue Hydrangea Press, which is a super fancy way of saying I run a business of vinyl stickers that I make at my kitchen table here. Lately, as a mom of 4, especially one during summer, I've been thinking a lot about time. Not necessarily productivity, but just time. Because every podcast, every YouTube video, every productivity book seems to believe that I have some magical, uninterrupted block of hours and hours every day to work on my business and my passions. I have yet to meet that block of time at all, ever, on any day of the week. So instead of first trying to optimize my schedule, I decided to see where my time was actually going first. And then maybe we can optimize, but honestly, I'm not really counting on that because, again, the mom of 4 thing. In addition to being a mom of 4, I am also a full-time college student who is graduating in December. I run a side business. I'm a wife and have a home to take care of. It's kind of a lot. Oh, and I'm a pet owner, so we've got a lot going on.
Isn't that right, doggy?
The rules are very simple. This timer only runs when I'm doing things that actually move my business forward. Designing, packaging orders, product photography, writing listings. I'm not going to include filming or editing, although that is taking up kind of a large portion of my time. For example, right now I have a block of time while the baby's sleeping and the kids are outside playing. And I'm not going to include that just because for the sake of me thinking about just my business, filming doesn't necessarily count. The only purpose of this at this point is to document what I have going on and maybe help a person or two, but I'm not making any money from this. This isn't propelling my business forward in any way yet. When I stop, the timer stops, no matter why. It doesn't matter if the baby wakes up or I want to take a break or I need to eat, the timer stops. Going into this, I thought maybe I'd have about 4 productive hours a day. That felt realistic. I had a plan. But as a mom of 4, we have days like yesterday where I celebrated a birthday and spent exactly 0 hours on work. Negative hours on work, if we're honest, because the only thing that I did that was productive was school, which, by the way, also will not be counting towards the timer. But that does take up a significant portion of my day and will for the next 6 months. Maybe at the end of this, I will in fact realize that I'm just bad at managing my time. And that's okay. That is actually accomplishing a goal because then I know what I can do better moving forward. I can know how to manage my time more appropriately and more effectively. So there is a goal to this. What I am secretly wondering is how long does a small business actually take? Can you realistically build a business in your spare time if you are already living a very full life? How little uninterrupted time do moms actually get? And ultimately, what does running an Etsy business actually look like? I think that's really interesting because in all actuality, most successful business owners not only run multiple platforms, but they are doing in-person sales, they're doing markets, they're doing even more than actually this. And maybe a year from now, like in July 2027, I'll redo this video because I do plan on eventually doing markets and things like that. And this video will look a lot different. Maybe I will be absolutely crazed and neurotic at that point because I will have not a spare moment and I'll probably be staying up until 3 a.m. every day. Just for reference, I already stay up until midnight every day. Every single day, I'm up until midnight or about 12:30. And I usually wake up at like 7. So I'm already halfway there. So no, I'm not talking about 24 hours of uninterrupted work in all-nighter. I'm trying to see how long 24 hours of business work actually takes in my life. So let's do it. The very first thing is answering a few messages that I have on Etsy. I believe one of them is just a request because I saw it on my phone first. I also need to write some listings for the mirror decals that I'm finally listing. I don't even want to hear it. I know I've been talking about it in the last 3 videos. I'm finally writing the listings, so they should be up. I'm just gonna work on that because I don't think I'm gonna have a substantial amount of time more to do anything real. Nothing. That was quite a bit more time than I thought it would be. So because I don't have an abundance of those blocks while the kids are like doing stuff and I'm like right now they're eating lunch and I have a little bit of time to prep while they're at least occupied, while the baby's occupied, I like to at least do a little something that's productive during that time. I'm going to do some printer maintenance because I have to print out some more stock, especially the Disneyland maps and a few of the new stickers. So when nap time comes, I can just rip through what I need to do. I didn't copy over.
Can I possibly read for 15 minutes instead of 25?
Sure, over. Baby just woke up, so we are going to stop there. I just started to design the mint julep. I didn't actually get to print any of the designs, but I did add some syrup and butter to the Mickey waffle design, so that makes 2 of those designs. So I'm ready to print when I get the chance. The baby has 1 more nap today, so I should be able to get a little bit more done. At this rate, it should only take me about 24 days. I realized as I was cutting these that I was down to my last 2 sheets of vinyl sticker paper. So I have to order more and then I can keep going. But I think this is enough stock for now. I just didn't get to print more of the Disneyland ones that I had planned on printing. So that's okay. It's no big deal. I think I want to do these freshly minted bigger. I probably want to make them the same size as the popcorn bucket loyalists. You can see they're quite a bit smaller. And I probably will end up adding a little more detail to this one because I'm not super totally happy with it. The food collection has officially begun. I really like the Bayou beverage in this font that you might recognize. It's really cute. Little juleps. And I could really go for a julep right now. The baby is sleeping in the crib next to me, and my husband is sleeping on the other side of the bed. So let's be quiet. We are at 3 hours and 22 minutes. After I draw for a bit, I figure we'll probably end the day at 3 hours and 40 minutes. This is the end of day 1. Good night. Update. We didn't do too bad today, but we didn't do great either. I helped my kids with a lemonade stand for most of the day, so I was expecting to get more done during a Saturday, but I still plan on drawing until I'm too tired and until I want to start reading, so I'll maybe get 30 more minutes in tonight. So start of day 5, and this is where we're at. We are finally closing in on the halfway point. Whew! I definitely thought that I would have more time in each day, so this is kind of teaching me like a major lesson. I need to definitely start using my time like after everyone goes to sleep more wisely. I need to start prepping things more. I need to get my admin stuff done, not during the day when I have these like limited chunks, because that takes up a lot of time. I also think that this is like a very accurate picture of what it takes to run a small business when you do have a full life, because although I don't work full time out of the home, my kids are home all day. This is the summertime. They're not going to school. I don't have any uninterrupted blocks really throughout the day at all. I have lunchtime. I have activities. I have their sports. I have their friends. You know, it's just, it is kind of in fact nonstop. So this is where we're at. As you guys know by now, I spend most of my Sundays doing schoolwork. I spend a lot of Saturday doing that too, depending on what my courses are for that term. And so I spend my weekends doing a lot of that. So I did kind of expect my weekend time to be a lot less productive, honestly. It was just productive in a different way. Getting my degree is productive. I'm getting my bachelor's of fine arts in illustrative design. So I am working towards a larger goal, but it is definitely not productive in a small business sense. I have some deliveries to make for some of my orders, which is gonna have to be like a whole different video, because that is an adventure that I was like least expecting, because I started selling my stuff on Facebook Marketplace. and it was kind of a whim, and I wasn't expecting it to be this successful, but here we are. So I have to pack a few of those and get a few of those ready for this week so that I can deliver them. And then I probably want to really research what I'm going to buy / perhaps purchase what I'm going to buy for the bags. Hardware, stabilizers, fabrics, that kind of thing. Like I said, these orders are from Facebook Marketplace, so I'm not going to put them in an envelope. I think I'm just going to do the poly bag and stick everything, like the thank you card and the business card, in the poly bag. That'll be easiest and lightest, and then I'll be able to differentiate whose orders are going where without writing on the bag, because I don't super love that idea. I don't know. This one is going to Jada today, so thank you, Jada, if you're watching. She got a 4-inch Disneyland, a regular Dole Whip, and then one of the Mickey wayfinding signs. Just because I'm feeling fun, I'll probably throw in one of these holographic monorails. I'm going to add a business card. She was saying that she was interested in Disney World stuff, so maybe we'll do the Grand Floridian. One done, one for tomorrow. And that is just the 4-inch Disneyland. And the rest I will do as we get a little closer. I'm wondering if I should include the drive time and the delivery time in this. I feel like I should, because even though it's going to take quite a bit more time and add a lot of time onto it, isn't that the point? Like, it is the time that it takes to do this part of the business, which I am finding very successful. The marketplace may be a tiny bit more work because I have to drive to and from, but it is a success listing my things on Facebook. So I love the way these mini crates make tiny rainbows. This is about the point that I realized I wasn't actually bad at managing my time. I was just constantly switching between versions of myself. Mom, student, business owner, cook, chauffeur, professional finder of misplaced water bottles, and every time I finally settled into a role, it was time to become another. Every time I thought, okay, now I can finally get a few uninterrupted hours in, something would come up. Today is a big work day. Although it doesn't look like it on the timer, I got a lot done last night. I found all of the products that I'm really sure of for the park bags. All I'm going to do today is price them out, possibly start to purchase a few of them. Like, I know a few of them have longer shipping times, so those I probably want to be purchasing. I also have 2 more Facebook orders. So I have the one that I packaged yesterday for Dawn, and then I have one going out for Jenna. So Dawn and Jenna, if you are watching this, thank you so much for your orders. So this order is for Jenna. She ordered 2 of the small Disneyland maps. Since I added the monorail, maybe I'll do the monorail window. So these 2 are going out today. I just noticed we have a theme going on with the thank you card illustrations. They're both red. So now I'm just going to work on pricing all of this stuff out for sure. How much fabric I think I'm going to need, at least for the first prototype. I want to price out the zipper, the magnetic clasp, the thread, all of it. I need to get a grasp on how much each project and each bag is probably going to cost. And then later today, I think I'm going to start drafting the actual pattern, which is going to be really exciting. This is something that I haven't done in a very, very, very long time. So I'm a little nervous. I'm not entirely sure how to go about it. I might need another tutorial or 2, but I think that this is going to be good. I think that what I have, I'm confident in it, and I think it's going to be easy enough to get together. And here's what surprised me. I never really stopped wanting to come back to it. Every time I found 20 minutes or 45 minutes or just an hour before bed, I opened my iPad and kept drawing. And that's probably been the biggest realization so far. My business isn't growing because I have huge uninterrupted work days, but it's growing because I keep coming back. One sketch, one sticker collection, one order, one list. And while none of those moments feel especially important on their own, they are starting to become something much bigger. Well, it was inevitable with Marketplace. I got stood up for one of my orders. It's all right. We made a day of it. I only counted the time driving to and from and waiting for the people to pick them up. So 16 hours and 24 minutes on day 6. To some of you, that may be a complete fail. To me, I'm not doing bad. I wasn't anticipating doing Facebook orders and in-person deliveries, so this is not bad. I have dropped off 3 orders from Facebook Marketplace this week already. It's all right. It happens. I think that there's a lesson here. That's why I included this in the time rather than just like blocking it out, because it counts. Like, just because it didn't pan out, that's, I mean, kind of the point. Like, not everything in business pans out. Like, sometimes we waste money and time on something that doesn't benefit us in any way. The baby just went down for a nap. I figure he's going to take a long nap because we just got back from the park, which explains the change of clothes into something a little bit more park friendly. I spent a lot of the car ride being like, oh my God, that's, really annoying that I'm spending my time doing this, that I could be using on doing something else more productive. But then I realized that that's really just kind of like the name of the game with small business. It's really just like a shot in the dark all the time. So it is what it is. I'm gonna have another protein bar because we still have like an hour till dinner and I am starving to death. By the way, if you need a good protein bar, this is the absolute goat of protein bars. It tastes like candy. It's a candy bar, and I will not hear any differently, and that's why I'm addicted to them. Day 5 nightly update. Is it day 5? I'm pretty sure it's day 5. I know. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. I didn't end up getting any more work done. My hair is big right now because we played in the pool for the rest of the night. I made dinner and we had a water fight. And sometimes that is simply what takes priority in my life. I do still plan on drawing, so by the time you see me tomorrow morning, this timer will have gone up a little bit. Incrementally, perhaps, but it will have gone up. I did want to touch on 2 big milestones that I'm really excited about. One is that one of my videos from a week and a half ago hit 500 views. That's more than double any of my other videos, and I'm so excited that you guys are liking it, and maybe it's helped you, so yay, thank you. And the other is that on my Etsy shop, I hit 400 sales. A few videos back, I was discussing my year-end goals, and one of those goals was to hit 500 sales. I think it was either 400 or 500, and a month later, I'm at 400 sales. Thank you. I cannot wait for the rest of the year. Good night. The morning of day 6. We're getting a late start with filming because I have had a baby on my lap for most of the work that I've gotten done. So obviously I didn't film it. Today I'm going to get a lot of work done. I started on the autumn fall shop drops. I'm so excited for them. Some of them are apparel based, okay? It's not just stickers. I've had actually like a couple requests for apparel things. So you guys have given me some really good ideas. And then I also started a list for the winter shop drops. So a lot going on. Looking forward to a lot of seasonal stuff. Right now, I'm going to keep working on those things. I do all of my apparel stuff with a POD supplier. So inputting the designs into those products that I want to have, and then I will order samples and take pictures. That probably won't be in this video at all. Day 6 nightly check-in. It's been a long day, folks. We're at 19 hours. I'll take it. I'll take it where I can get it. Good night, y'all. Beginning of day 7. Today really might be the day. We might do it today. I'm getting a bit of a late start because we had some errands to run, some things to do, but now I'm ready to create the pattern, perhaps get the fabric today. I went to our other local sewing shop yesterday and got the webbing, the zipper, the snaps, and so I have some of the hardware. I may or may not have decided afterwards that I might want to do gold rather than antique brass. So I may do brass because I'm not super loving the idea of antique brass anymore. What do we think? Are we thinking regular brass or antique brass? People love saying things like, just spend an hour a day on your business. And that sounds great if you can actually find an uninterrupted hour. Every hour that passes, this experiment becomes less and less about my business and more about how fragmented my attention actually is. I'm not bad at managing my time, I just don't have giant uninterrupted blocks of it. And while my situation is specific to me, not everybody has 4 kids and is a full-time student, we all are leading our own very, very full lives that rarely have a moment uninterrupted to add something else into it. I'm learning that I don't work shifts, I actually just work in moments. Day 7, nightly check-in. Today was not the day. Today was definitely not the day. Tomorrow is most certainly the day. We're gonna do it. We're gonna ring in 24 hours. We're in the home stretch for real now. Tomorrow is the day. Good night. It is day 8, but today is the last day. Today is the day that we hit 24 hours, most certainly. I got so much done last night. I finished all of the patterns. I'm looking at them right now. I'll probably save the construction of those patterns and all of that for another video because I have something more important that I want to do today. I mentioned earlier that I was out of sticker sheets and I didn't realize. I ordered them that night and they came in yesterday. I'm not even really sure why they took so long to come in because usually it's overnight. So I don't know what was going on with that. I'm going to do some printer maintenance because I haven't run it in a few days. And I'm going to print some of the fall stickers because I'm just too excited to see them. I want to list them. I want to get that done. And at that point, we most likely will be at 24 hours. I'm going to throw a giant celebration. This has been quite the learning lesson, and I'll talk about that more throughout this work session, but I'm so excited for the fall stickers. I just have to start. And I love that feeling. I love feeling excited about a project to the point that you just have to start. Like I was like excited to do it when I woke up this morning. I was inspired. I'm excited. Let's see them. One hour left. Can you imagine if I just like accidentally reset it right now? This is perfect timing because I am getting ready to lay out the printer sheet, print it out, and then cut. And it's almost like perfect. The new collection will be done at the end of this video. I don't think this is the full collection. I do think I will keep adding fall things onto it, but this is at least a pretty good portion of the new collection that I'm excited to print. So I'm going to print out a test sheet, then print out the real thing, laminate, cut, done. It'll be 24 hours by that point for sure. Oh my God. When I started this experiment, I thought the finish line would be hitting the 24-hour mark. It turns out it wasn't that at all. Somewhere around the halfway point, I stopped paying attention to the timer and started paying attention to everything that happened because I kept showing up. I have more inventory than I started with. My marketplace orders completely surprised me. I spent more nights drawing than I have in months. And somehow, in the very last hour, I'm launching an entirely new collection, which feels very fitting, very on brand. Businesses aren't built when you hit some magical number of hours. They're built in the quiet moments that nobody really sees, the late nights, the tiny windows of time. And if there's one thing this challenge taught me, it's that progress doesn't really happen all at once. So yes, 24 hours took me 9 days, and I thought I would probably feel a little bit behind, but instead I feel encouraged. This week, those little moments turned into restocking bestsellers, dozens of deliveries, a sketchbook that finally stopped collecting dust, and somehow an entirely new collection. And it's not because I found more time, but it's because I kept coming back whenever I could. That's what building a business really looks like. And it's not some huge breakthrough. It's just hundreds of ordinary moments that eventually become something that you're really proud of. So here's to the next 24 hours and however long they take. As we wrap this up, I realized that I've learned a lot. I've learned quite a bit about how I spend my time, but even more about how I need to spend my time moving forward. I need to be a little bit more organized. I need to spend a little less time dilly-dallying and a lot less time on perfectionism. I have this thing where every drawing has to be perfect, every cut has to be perfect, and there is some validity in that when you're delivering a product that people are going to buy and enjoy. But not everything has to be perfect. The product photography doesn't have to be perfect. Every social media post doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to post. There are, in fact, large chunks that you did not see, and there are reasons for that. Either my kids were in the background or I was working with a baby on my lap. Is there more productive ways to work than with a baby on your lap? Most likely. Yeah, there probably are. By the way, I thought the monorails were so cute that I decided to do like little tiny versions. These are like 2.5 inches long. They are so cute. I love them. So if you don't want to commit to the full guy, you get this little guy. And how amazing and serendipitous is it that I finished with a completely new collection in the last hour. I couldn't have planned that better if I tried, and I promise I did not plan that part. It's just the way it kind of worked out. I kind of just started to get my butt in gear with the new fall stuff because I realized we are about to end July. It's July 17th, I think, right now as I film this. So it's spooky time, guys. I have a lot of stock. I needed to print a few more Mickey waffles because those sold. And so I just needed to kind of get some more stock going. I still have to print more of the Disneyland maps because I am down to my last 3. So I really need to get those going. That I probably will do next. And I think that wraps it up for the 24-hour challenge video, guys. It's been amazing. It's been hard. It's been enlightening. Most of all, it's been really motivating. I have had the most motivation now than I have ever before. So now, without further ado, oh, okay, it's not the perfect 24 hours, but that's okay. 24 hours, baby. Yes. It took me probably 5 days longer than expected. Truly, that's not a lie. I can definitively say that I've seen the difference that my 24 hours of work has put in already. I see the numbers, I see the views, I see the favorites. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready for this next season. The season that we're going into is the busiest for hand makers, and I'm ready for it. I have so many more fall ideas. This is just kind of the beginning. I have some that I didn't even print today that aren't quite finalized. And thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.